Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
welcome to another edition of the Toxic Happy
we're
Hour
back.
with Publord.HODL and your host, Danish HODL. This is the place where we're more toxic than ever. We are happier than ever. Bitcoin is quality life. And Publord, what are you drinking today?
Well, yeah, you caught me off guard. I didn't get it out, but we're gonna go with
I
a
know it was
nice.
only a 1 minute countdown. I know it's like, whoa,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Just
looking
a
good.
not. Yeah, polliner. Yeah,
Polliner.
the Germans. The Germans, they do a few things well. Great cars, fantastic highways, and hell, man, let's be honest, the beer is fantastic.
Oh man, Autobahn. Autobahn is something else.
Yeah,
Some of the best freeways in the world, and
yeah.
most of it without a speed limit. Can you imagine that?
I did. I spent a month there uh, doing my work, and I went between Dusseldorf, Leipzig, Frankfurt, Berlin, and we had a we had a Mercedes van, and
Right.
that thing was unbelievable. So you look down, and yeah, you're doing 110 miles an hour like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Um, I will say what I love over there is the respect they have for the rules of the road. If you're not flying down the road in a Porsche at 130, 150, get your ass in the right lane. Left lane's only for passing, my friend.
Oh yeah, totally. Like in general, Germans follows the rules, and
Yeah,
I know this because Denmark, we're neighbors, and we are quite similar, like in many areas culturally, and we are also the like follow the rule um, type of people, unless we
yeah,
rewrite the rules with Bitcoin and creating a new monetary system and disregarding the old rules naturally. But yeah, so what's happening on Autobahn, I can confirm, is that unless you're absolutely speeding, there will come
yeah,
something from behind you, like at the speed of a rocket, and then it has the indicator to turn left. So,
yeah,
and since they can't go left, it basically means that you got to move over because it's coming through.
yeah.
It's hilarious and a lot. Well, I mean, it's just nice to if to drive fast. Don't speed out
Hey,
there. Definitely, stay safe.
two things. One, if only Denmark were similar to Germany when it came to football championships, that would be nice.
Oh, oh, wait.
Sorry.
Oh, wait.
Go,
So, how
go.
many European championships uh, do these two countries have per 6 million inhabitants? Because we have
Oh,
one.
well,
Does Germany have like they need to have 20 or something or 15 to have the same amount of European championships like Denmark? So what were you saying?
well, I was saying if Bitcoin has taught me anything, you can start at zero and still get to $13,000. Size doesn't matter, my friend.
Right there, right.
But where's
So
it?
talking
Where's
about
it?
that, so I promised in the description and the title of this stream to
Yeah,
Jinx the $13,880 price per Bitcoin, which was the high last summer, which would make it give us an inter-year high, I guess you can call it. But I want to give people a chance to stack more
I'll,
sats at these discounted levels. So hereby jinxed, we managed to go live before the price and is now jinxed. So that should not happen for the remainder of the day. So, guys, plebes, this is the last chance to stack below $13,880 per Bitcoin. And did you get the tweet for the show going live? You managed to tweet it out.
just getting it right now, man. So
It came late.
no,
So
I was
so
talking there, and this like, yeah, go ahead.
So, what were you doing that first 60 seconds where we were counting down? Because you were like, when we went live, you were somewhere else. I thought,
Yeah,
okay, that was because you were tweeting. You weren't even tweeting. What were you doing?
no, I was spacing out for a second. I figured I was out of beer, so I had to go. I was rushing to the mini fridge. So listen,
All right,
if you don't,
priorities first. Priorities. You
yeah,
have your priorities straight. Shout out. No, pound that like button for Publord having the priorities straight. Beer
yeah.
before retweets, and beer before even the toxic happy hour. I respect that.
Hey, listen, if you don't think I'm excited about this little mini bull run, it's not only a beer, dude. This is a mini fridge beer from a hotel. So
It
oh
just
yeah,
sounds so expensive. Oh,
yeah, oh yeah, I'm
this
celebrating
is
now, baby.
flashy. This is flashy, man.
Uh,
That's like a $20 bottle beer right there. Or is it
you know,
the place you are right now? The prices are a little bit less than America. Am I right?
yes, yes, of course. I would say so.
Yeah. So it's cheaper, right? It's a
Well,
good price. We're
well,
not talking $20. How much is that beer setting you back in the minibar?
okay. Well, there's different prices out here. You know, when especially throughout Europe, when you go out,
Just like Bitcoin.
yeah, like Bitcoin. Listen, when you stop by a roadside, they get the little kiosk. You can get a nice beer for $1.50 US. If you're going out to a regular restaurant or pub, you're looking at what would be a $7 pint, um, or $8 pint in Europe, or a $7 drink in the US. Here's about $4. So yeah, the prices are a little bit better. Hey, but
But
more money for Bitcoin, right?
it absolutely.
Yeah.
And but this particular beer in your mini bar, are you aware of the price of that? Can you share it with us?
Oh, I don't know. I will find out when I check out.
All right, total bowler alert. Someone is getting buying beer from the mini bar without knowing the price, and he arrived in his non-public jet. It's not a
Hey,
public jet,
if,
and I
if
love giving you heat for that.
hey, I love the one. If you got to ask the price, you probably can't afford it.
Right. See, that's me. That's me. Little
Yeah,
me. You know what I will say? All right. So first topic is off the list. We're doing this unscripted, as you all know. Only like we,
always.
we, 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 we always, except when I set up the stream to go live and I throw in the title, then I grab a couple of random things going on. So one of them we ticked off now, and that's the Jinx of the 13,880, which is our community service to Bitcoin
Yeah,
Twitter community today. So you can all stack some cheap sats while they
yeah.
last. We're trying to extend the period you have. So get that paycheck tonight and throw it 100% directly
Oh,
into Bitcoin,
yeah.
of course, right? That's not financial advice; it's just financial advice. So the other thing, so that this price action, what it makes me think of, I think we were at like at 30,000 last night. I went to bed. I wake up, it's like 13,400, and just keeps
Yeah,
climbing. And to me, although we still can go back almost 3 years and find a price higher than this. I think what excites me and all our friends on Bitcoin Twitter the most these days is that even though the price is not an all-time high yet, what we are seeing is that effect of the lagging supply after the mining reward got cut in half the 11th of
yeah,
May 2020 this year, American time.
yeah,
And we're now seeing that price edge up. And even though this is only 13,600, it's confirming to all of us that it's going to go like that. Like the bull run is being confirmed by these initial steps. It's really proving the whole point that the lack of supply creates an uptrend in the price. This uptrend in the price then drags in other people. So the uptrend starts becoming more of a bull run. The bull run then confirms itself because the higher price drags in people and it gets steeper as the bull run gets really, really steep. In the end, that is, insane advertising for Bitcoin as an asset, as an investment. CNBC will be covering it on a daily basis with a graph that is like, based on NGU technology, number go up technology, and we get that amazing FOMO blow off top, which I'm expecting to be above 200,000 Q1 2022. So yeah, it's exciting. I think that we're kind of getting the whole bull run confirmed. What's your take on that, Publord?
What I've really liked is this. In we always have short memories in Bitcoin, and so in March, March we were still at 5,000, dude. We were 5,000. I remember stacking sats, and for a lot of people, well, to me, it was still obviously a great deal. Anything to me under what I started was going to be great. Then we kicked around 7,000 for a while, and everyone's excited. I remember 9,000 hit, and it was crazy. But let's be honest, dude. From 9,000 to here, we've been bouncing over 10,000 for a few months now. We may have had like a close at 9,900 or something. But here's what that last time when I started, December 2017. Guess what? I'm at the top, and that stuff is spiked a bit and dropped. But to me, the volatility is gone. We had months of, sitting around 7,000, sitting around 9,000. We keep knocking down these walls. We keep knocking them down. Then it was that 10,000 one, man. That took a while. Then we've been at 11,400 for some time. Then we jump up again. And what this is going to say is, so here's the convergence you have. What you have is a supply that dropped from 1,800 Bitcoin per day, be in mind, to 900 a day. A 50% supply shock. And oh, by the way, here comes Super Chad, Michael Saylor with what? Hey, I'm just dumping $425 million into Bitcoin. That's the entire premise when it comes to Bitcoin is the supply going one way and now the demand going the other. And that's where you get the exponential increase that you're going to see. So yeah, guess what? Everything is drying up. And anyone that wants to sell, I think they've sold by now. Hell, I don't know why anyone would sell now at over 13,600 when it's been rock steady for years.
I love how you say that. I love how you say that we in Bitcoin have a short-term memory because you keep talking about the March bottom of 5,000, while the March bottom actually was 3,850.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But that happened in a very short period of time.
Yeah. Right. I was talking about I know there was a spike down, but I'm talking about it was bumping around 5,000 for some time then. Yeah.
Let me just hi to everyone in the chat. Thank you very much for all joining us. You're really part of making this for us an entertaining show. Publord and I are enjoying it very much. You guys have a lot of chats that we can pull up on the screen and discuss. Jonas, thank you very much for that. That I put on the screen. The price in fiat term doesn't matter. One BTC will always be one BTC. Absolutely correct. Dude. However, I keep saying, look, it's okay to focus on and discuss the price of Bitcoin in terms of US dollars or whatever is your currency, because it's the measurement stick between 0 and infinity. There goes infinity. For how far we are in Bitcoin replacing fiat. So the fiat price is important because as it goes up, it basically means that Bitcoin is edging towards infinity and pushing fiat currency out. So to me, a fiat price going up is just a great signal of Bitcoin gaining ground in the world of global money.
Hey, let's be honest, dude. Look, Michael Saylor is up in a few months. He could have had his money in cash, right? Or negative yielding bonds. Dude is up 22% right now.
Right.
22 now, as of
Yeah.
today's prices. Yesterday he was up 18%. How in the hell other companies? They must be doing it behind the scenes. They're scrambling. They are scrambling to figure out.
Other companies.
Yes, they have to be. They're
Right.
scrambling to figure. We got to get in.
Yeah.
So I mean, good for him, man. You know, having the foresight, the knowledge, and frankly the balls to do this. He just said his company. Remember, he dollar cost averaged his Bitcoin buys to $11,111.11 when he averaged it out. I
Giga
mean,
chat.
and dude, he a living legend right now. Yeah. So what do other companies do? I mean, every CFO that goes into a boardroom meeting can say, "Hey, I just found a guy that made 22% in less than 6 months on our cash reserves that were
Right.
losing money."
Yeah. Yeah. So,
So
yeah, you can go into the boardroom and say, "Hey, look,
yeah,
I know you were all expecting that the value of our
yeah,
cash reserves measured in other assets had
yeah,
gone down with 10%. I know you were all expecting we're down, but
yeah.
guess what? I bought Bitcoin, so we actually up quite a bit. So
He, yeah, dude. What can he do? Look, he could if he could even sell it all now. So what, his 425 million have become well over 500. He just made like $75 million for the company by transitioning from cash
yeah,
into Bitcoin
yeah,
in a
yeah.
matter of a few months. Hey,
Right.
yeah, I'm sorry, just it's ridiculous.
Dwarfing, I'm sure dwarfing anything that they were making on like normal operations.
Yeah, I think
And it's only
I
getting
think the
better.
return. Yeah, I think it's 35, 35, 30 to 50 million a year is their returns. And he just doubled it with a
Right.
Bitcoin purchase.
Right.
Yeah,
Pretty amazing. Oh, another thing I promised to just mention was so I read the news this morning. Um, I think like a lot of Bitcoiners, I open the mobile and end up going through Bitcoin Twitter before even getting out of bed.
yeah,
And that happens most days. And I saw that so China has some announcement about the Chinese Fed coin. I can't remember what it's called, digital yuan or something coming, and something about banning its competitors. But it didn't in the article specifically mention there was any banning of Bitcoin. But if it happens, no one should be worried because China has banned Bitcoin, I think, like 7 times or something, but it always ends up being allowed anyway. And the price of anything that is banned always goes up. Like government bans something, the price goes up. It's never failed to happen. It's like alcohol during the prohibition. It's being prohibited,
right.
price goes up. And well, drugs, the whole war on drugs in US and around the world, the price of drug goes up because it becomes, you have to get it on the black market.
Yeah,
Um,
so you can't. So when they say they ban Bitcoin, they don't ban Bitcoin. They ban the exchanges, perhaps.
right,
But how the
right.
hell do you ban Bitcoin? You don't.
Yeah.
You get
Nah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
and
Well, you can,
what's
yeah.
what's amazing to me is that these are the countries that if they could just take a little bit of their GDP, okay, or a little bit of their money, and just buy Bitcoin. Why try to ban it? You know what? Front run it because there's going to be a country that's going to do it before you. Now imagine because in April, and I put that out there. I got my $1,200 stimulus check from the government, and I threw it in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's it. And
Oh,
and
can
so
we get a price on that today? So that $1,200 stimulus check, what's it worth for you today? While you make the calculation, let me just
yeah,
say
let
that
me
so
yeah,
Publord was the first person to tweet this. then someone else made either a bot account or an account or something where I think they daily tweet out what the value of the $1,200 bit or stimulus check is, and they got a huge awareness and following and everything.
That's
But
okay.
Publord right here from this show was the guy who tweeted it out first. So pound that like button for Publord.hodl and his original memes and tweets.
No, I appreciate that, man. Basically, it's almost doubled. So when I bought it was $7,000 at Bitcoin. So we're at that $1,200 is now $2,312.
How much? 23?
$112.
Wow, the stimulus check that keeps on giving.
Well, what I'm saying is, why doesn't a country or why the Fed wouldn't have just bought Bitcoin then? Hell, print $5 trillion, buy all the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be a country that does it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Matter of time. By the way, so I just want to give a very short status on, my trade on eToro US that people can copy. I am, thanks to the price of Bitcoin, I'm actually absolutely killing it there, and I'm up to 578 people that combined has allocated more than 560,000 US dollars to copying my trade of the halving cycle. So thanks to all of those guys out there, guys and girls. Yeah, the good news is it's going well thanks to the price of Bitcoin going up. It's proving that owning Bitcoin right now is what you want to do.
So let me ask you a question. So when you're seeing the price like I have, and we talked about it a few times, I call it flat. I call it flat even from 10,000 to 13 for this long. For this long. I remember saying, I made a joke that the reason that $10,000 wall was there was people were trying to sell and Michael Saylor was buying up. And I'm finding the same thing around 12,000, 13,000. There are people selling, but I think there are some big corporations buying up right now. What do you think?
Well, there certainly is this thing with the price right now that the worst thing that has been happening the last couple of months is a flat price. So either we're going up like today, where I went to bed I think at 13,000, wake up it's for $500 higher. Now it's almost $700 higher. And but the periods where it's flat, it seems that maybe there was some people trying to sell on the market, but there is someone there just setting the floor. Oh, you want to sell at 13,000? Thank you. We'll take that off the market.
That's
we keep in that floor.
Mike, listen, dude. That's Michael Saylor, floor setter.
I guarantee that. The geek of floor setter.
Dude, he was buying, was it 0.17 every 3 seconds, buying it. That price was so flat for 2 months, and now we find out later it's because Giga Chad Saylor was buying it up, honestly. And then guess what? He ran out of people to buy from. Price go up. Number go up, baby.
Then finally, price goes up. Robert is bringing out a point here that I have been thinking about. I think the last 24 hours, my life is really focused on Bitcoin, to be honest. And he's saying the bull starts the year after the halving. It isn't even 2021 yet.
Yes.
I absolutely agree. And the thought of emotions that I'm going through right now, must be what people who bought, around Mount Gox or before Mount Gox, what they were going through end of 2016. They're like, oh wow, it's really now the price is confirming that we can expect a major bull run. And when you're new in those cycles, you don't see the cycles yet because you can't zoom out. But the people that bought before Mount Gox knew that at the end of 2016 that it was going to be a fun run. And that's what we're seeing now. We're seeing prices nicely edging up. We know 20,000 is about to be taken out. That's just a matter of
Yeah.
When will 20,000 be taken out? Because it will be taken out. And then we know what happens after that. Once we're at new all-time high, media is going to go, nuts over this and spread that news. And that will tell a lot of people that, hey, here's an asset that is really winning, and that draws in people who likes number go up technology.
So imagine Bitcoin at 20,000, or hell, we'll make it a nice even 22,000 for this illustration. At all-time highs like that, Michael Saylor goes around saying, "Look, I just doubled my money. You keep your money in cash. I put money in Bitcoin, and I doubled it within a year." So imagine that by the end of the year, $20,000 Bitcoin. He basically doubled his cash reserves. You're going to tell me that no other companies are going to just pile in the money at that point?
Right.
They're crazy. They're crazy not to.
I mean, if I was a stockholder in any company, which I'm not really interested in stocks, to be honest, because it's more dangerous, I feel, than Bitcoin, and it doesn't show the same potential the next 1.5 years. So I have a nice conservative 100% Bitcoin allocated portfolio. That's the safe way to go, I feel. Now, obviously, that is not financial advice. Any one asset could always somehow something could happen to it. But I'm just saying where I am at. And where was I going with that, Publord?
Oh, you tell me, brother.
Full Bitcoin allocation. I guess that's the point.
Hey, keep minimal cash on hand for like emergencies. You don't got to transition out of Bitcoin.
I remember. So what I wanted to say was, if I was in stonks, I would seriously consider at this point, as a minimum, raise the question to the board and saying, why are you guys not allocating to Bitcoin in order to safeguard the assets that I, as a stockholder, have on the balance sheet? And if that question goes unanswered and Bitcoin goes up as we expect, that question is then on the record and can be the basis for a lawsuit saying, you guys didn't protect my value. You're just letting it be diluted by buying into this fiat monetary system scam.
Yeah, I think we talked about it as like your fiduciary responsibility to do. But hell, you know what? Someone's gonna. I'm not a smart guy. I'm smart enough to buy Bitcoin.
You're smart. You are smart.
What I'm saying is, there should be someone smarter. If you come up just with a mutual fund of companies, a mutual fund that is full of companies that are all in on Bitcoin, your MicroStrategy, Tahini's, you get all these companies that you invest in, like we talk about that Bitcoin ETF. Think about this. So every day, or Square. So you have a mutual fund as Square, MicroStrategy, Tahini's, little company, all this that are invested in Bitcoin. Hell, you don't have to even know your private keys, right? You're invested in companies that are going to skyrocket.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's some great chats going on right now, extending on what we were talking about before, Rick. So SciFlyer. So this is someone else saying it, so no one can sue me for financial advice. That recommended percentage is 100% BTC, but I do agree very much. And Collect All 7 has a great point with any percentage below 100% will be corrected to 100 by number go up technology, simply because as the price of Bitcoin is going up, then without you making any changes, the portfolio allocation to Bitcoin gets closer and closer to 100%.
Yeah.
Poppy. So Greg, who coined you Poppy instead of Publord, which is pretty funny little name for you there, is asking, did Poppy just put Tahini's in the same mutual fund as MicroStrategy and Square? That's an answer for you. Did you just put them into the same
Sure.
label.
What? What?
Why
Hey,
not?
listen.
Why not? They
They
allocate to Bitcoin.
they had the balls to go in all in on Bitcoin. I respect them as much as MicroStrategy and Square. Okay, even, look, why not? If I don't know what you can, how I can invest in tahinis. I've seen the pictures of their shawarmas. I'm a big shawarma fan. They look pretty damn good. They're based out of Toronto. And actually,
So
you know what? We're gonna listen. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna reach out. We're gonna have the owner of tahinis.
I would love that. Get the owner of
Yep.
Tahini's. And
Yep.
on that note, we have a couple of
Yeah.
major announcement here
Go
today,
ahead.
right now, ladies
Let's
and
do it.
gentlemen, on the Toxic Happy Hour. Because on Thursday we have American HODL at noon time Pacific Standard Time. On
Yeah, we
Friday we
do.
have CK Snarks from Bitcoin Magazine, the same time, noon Pacific Standard Time. And then next week on Tuesday, we have BDC sessions from Toronto, Canada at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Correct me if I got the timings wrong, Guy,
No,
but Publord, I think I got it nailed down. So
no,
one
man, we're good.
important point, one point here from Friedrich DeMello. MicroStrategy earnings call after market close, which is in less than 10 minutes. However, they tweeted out that the call, live stream or whatever, is at 5 p.m. Eastern. So that gives us another 1 hour and 6 minutes, where we definitely have to get because all our viewers anyway would leave that stage to watch GigaChat Sailor explain
Yeah.
how
Hey,
much money they made by,
hey,
well,
do you got a
how
link
much
to that?
fiat they made. Sorry?
Yeah, I got. Yeah, who's got a link to that? Can someone send that out to my
So
Twitter account or something?
it's
Is
on Twitter. What if you can just keep it going? I might be able to find it. But anyways, I mean a quick Google
well, it was
should
it,
fix it.
it it was delayed because I got a note from Michael Saylor that he's watching our show right now, and he says
Oh yeah,
that yeah,
So it was supposed to be in
yeah,
5 minutes, but he said
yep.
toxic happy hour is on. I'm
Let's
having a
go,
beer.
man.
I'm
You
having a
know,
beer and a bottle of Cristal, so we gotta wait till 1 hour later. We appreciate that, Giga Chat. Thank you very much. And by the way, so
yeah.
Pablo,
Oh,
we're gonna be
yeah.
exchanging your beer with some Cristal champagne when we do the all-time high show
Mm,
celebrating 20,000. Question is when that's gonna happen, which month? I gotta be honest. I personally take pride in being a bull. But I was saying 15,000 about New Year's, but I'm starting to, like, from what I'm seeing on the price, I'm starting to think that all-time high could go down before the end of the year, like a lot of people have been saying, like Preston Pish,
yeah.
I believe, has been tooting a lot. Um, so
Yeah. So no. So I'll tell you what, man. Uh, I've a few purchases from the beginning that I still want to go green. I'm waiting on. You know, maybe it's my pin number, but
uh-huh.
17,621 and 15 cents was my first foray into Bitcoin. Of course, dollar cost average down to where I'm doing quite well.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say this, man. Yeah, let's look forward to. I I think it's 20,000. But after 14,000, all bets are off, dude. 14,000 is fuck. All the companies are everyone's starting rolling in, and I say 20,000 by end of the year. Merry
Um,
Christmas.
Yeah, I think you're right, because as
Yeah.
some technical analysts have said, and that's not my level of expertise. My expertise is more of the fundamentals, the medium term, the 4-year cycle. I mean, or at least that's what I'm focusing on. But
Right.
as they're saying, once we hit that 13,880, which we Jinx today for you guys out there, so you still have access to some cheap
Not
sats
yet.
for a little
Not,
while yet. Then what they're saying, the technical analyst, is that once that is hit, it's pretty much open air until 20,000, which means that might not take long at all. And once we hit 20,000, really it's the rockets are loading up with rocket fuel, ready to take off to the moon, and a little bit of Mars action maybe also. I think we could expect. I think we can call 6 digits for Mars. So so thanks to Robert and Mervin, who highlighted in the chat that that MicroStrategy's earnings call was tweeted by Michael Saylor on his timeline. I will just get up here on this screen that on Michael Saylor's Twitter account, he will host a conference call today, that's Tuesday, 27th, to discuss the results along with a live webcast for those who would like to join us, which is, as it says right there in the orange, on the orange color, 5 Eastern daytime. What does the D stand for? I'm just an immigrant, I wouldn't know. What does the D stand for? I know Eastern time. I thought it was just ET. What is EDT?
Eastern
you should
Daylight
know
Time?
that.
I don't know. Oh,
you need to know that.
What do you mean, man? All my mental powers now go into Bitcoin.
I love it. I love it.
I forget simple things in life.
Right.
Because I'm well, listen, we have Robert Breedlove perhaps coming on the show.
That's right.
Perhaps that's a rumor. However,
you just jinxed it. Thank you very much. Now you jinxed it. Thank you. That's awesome. We're good at jinxing.
I'm going to jinx that one. But I'll tell you this, man. Listen, if you're going to understand anything from Robert Breedlove and you're learning about zero as a concept and the history of where it started in India or Cambodia, and then you got to roll into Masters and Slaves of the Universe. Well, guess what? I got to push out some knowledge out of my head. And that's the knowledge I put out.
Right. And Mervin is coming with a qualified guess better than what I had, which was nothing. And that is that the D is for daylight. So maybe that's Eastern daylight time for when we are in daylight savings. Robert seems to be confirming that. And another important announcement, a time change is coming this weekend if you're on the Eastern. Or maybe that's across all of US. I don't know. Who cares? Unless you're still slaving it away somewhere in the hamster wheel. I'm sorry, Publord. I know. I don't want to make you depressed about the fact that you have a job and providing value to society. I'm kidding, brother.
Yeah, I like to save lives, man. Look, you can stay on the sideline. That's fine.
You're doing society a service. I know that we can't discuss. We don't want to discuss, but you're doing a great job, man. So that being said, off to the races, I guess. Once we hit 13,880, I'll just take a quick look at the price. We're about $200 below that at $13,664 on Bitstamp.
Hey,
so what else is going on in Bitcoin, Publord?
Well, I don't know. Listen, man, I'm a dumbass on some of this stuff, obviously. I'm smart enough to buy and hold and dollar cost average. But what's the particulars about 14,000 that there's no resistance in?
All right. So the point is that the price can move unhindered unless there previously has been spent a lot of time around that price, because that means a lot of people have either bought or sold and they have an emotional attachment to that price. So when we are hitting 13,880, we gotta burn our way through the people that bought last year at 13,880 and have been financially depressed for a year, being in the red. And even though that now we're going to be off to the races, some of them have a mental attachment to finally, it was so painful for them, some of them, that finally they're back at the price they bought for, and like, oh my God, I can sell now. I'll be, in zero, I'm break even, it's good, I'm out. And then you'll see Bitcoin, without any further previous price action above that, there is no more resistance, and we're just off to the races, off to the moon, off to Mars,
dude,
interstellar, intergalactic.
So yeah, so we're gonna bang around here for a bit. We'll bang around. The hell, we'll soak it up. We'll soak up 13,800. But get ready because it's not just like you and I coming in here to buy it up. It's everyone that just saw Michael Saylor. Everyone just saw Michael Saylor make 20%
right
in 3 months, dude. They're
right
they're coming in, man.
yeah
I'm so excited. I'm like spitting all over myself. Sorry. God,
all right, look, this is,
it's
if any,
glorious.
the time to be excited. And I think most of us kind of like we're looking forward to this, but the emotions that we get from having been through 2.5 years of being slapped around financially.
Well, hey, brother, take a step back. You've been here a while.
Yeah,
I bought at the top and wrote this shit down. So what I'm saying is, to my brothers out there listening, my December 2017 friends,
class of
yeah,
December 2017.
we're fucking tough, baby.
Yeah,
I love it. We're tough.
yeah,
I respect them all.
absolutely. And let me see if I can show this without. Yeah, I can show this without. On the other side of this, finally there's a payment coming in from a client, because I've been playing this game of having absolute minimum fiat, minimum dirty fiat on my bank accounts, and finally I got this payment in from a client, which means I can fill up on the fiat accounts a little bit, and continue the situation here. Oh, by the way, so right now I am in negotiations with my with the landlord on, like, wanted to move, but when you want to move, there's going to be a while before you get your deposit back.
Yep.
And you need to put a new deposit up front way before you get that deposit, which puts you down, that's a lot of money that could have gone to Bitcoin in that period. And right now, with the price going up, I think I'm forced to stay here, because I want to maximize my sats, so I'll probably be forced to stay here for another 6 months extension. And the beauty of it is we're doing like the discount, or the incentive to stay that I'm getting here is front delivered. That's coming off the first month rent, which means even more sats. So it's the sats incentive is strong.
Well, listen, man, let's be honest. Hollywood isn't putting out any movies right now. So there's probably a lot of starlets around there in LA just waiting for someone to pick them up. So yeah.
A lot of what, sorry?
Starlets,
right.
hot girls from Hollywood. So yeah, you're in a prime position.
They moved here on the promise of 615, so they'll be out there looking for that 615.
They moved out there on a promise of a movie being made. And guess what? Hollywood shut down for COVID. Yeah. There's so many hot girls in LA waiting for you, man. Waiting for you.
All right. And on that note, we got William in the chat saying, hi, Anders. Hey, man. Hey, William. Hi to all of you guys in the chat. Publord, what else is going on in the world of Bitcoin? Your meme keeps going stronger. In fact, it was so strong that this morning I was saying, why is Publord not memeing with videos? And it turns out because you actually turned the videos into GIFs, which is beyond my even creative imagination. So you are using videos, but they're as GIFs. So I saw that as GIFs. So hats off to you for your meme level.
No, man, it's fun. I found a way, yeah, just to go onto YouTube, just to take a video clip, change out what
Uh-huh.
I want, and make it a meme. So
So
I was gonna say most memes that you see, most people go to a GIF, for
right,
example. Most say, "Oh, I got this little thing. I want to hit GIF." They hit
right.
GIF, they find it, and that's it. They don't realize, well, and this is part of the Bitcoin ethos is, man, you know what? I don't like that one. Fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
So I learned that I figured out a way on my own to go get a video from YouTube. I found a couple different ways to do it, but I break it down. I can make my own GIFs or videos out of it.
Can you, while I go reset my note, I do apologize, but
Yeah.
I have been going through two full buckets of coffee this morning.
Go for it, man.
I think I forgot to show. I'm drinking out of my Brøndby EF cup. The club founded in 1964, won 10 Danish championships. This is my
Oh,
club, and I'm using this cup today
hey,
despite that we've lost the last two games, but a true fan is there
hey,
in the good times and in the bad times. Those are the good fans.
hey,
Yours
send
truly.
me if you can get one of those mugs for me. Send it to me, and that'll be my morning coffee every day. I'll support.
Thank you.
All right. Oh,
Why?
and we'll get lucky. Well, real quick, we'll get lucky from the Tampa
Oh,
Bay Rowdies.
another
Yeah,
announcement.
yeah.
Another announcement. Can you? Well, you make the announcement. What's going on? What's going to happen with Lucky? Tell me about what's that? What's that all about?
So Lucky is from Zimbabwe. He
Mm-hmm.
plays for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. He and Kevin Mendoza, also with the
Mm-hmm.
Rowdies, are Bitcoiners. Yeah, they're gonna come join the show. They've been on a Daniel Prince podcast, but they're going to be on the show. But not only that, man, Lucky is such a cool dude. He's literally going to really call and talk to you and your son and tell him what it's like to be a professional footballer.
Yeah, that's what I asked him,
Yeah,
and he agreed because
yeah,
my son, who loves playing football, as it is called, since we're using the feet, um,
yeah.
and is a goalie and doing really well. I'd like for him to understand from a professional's point of view that like the level of dedication you need to put into it if you want to get somewhere with your game. Um,
Yeah.
you know, and forget about Fortnite. If you want to go somewhere, you're playing ball. That's it. So
Yeah,
looking forward to getting them on the show. That's going to be
yeah, man.
awesome. And
Yeah.
while I go reset my note, can you please explain to everyone a little bit about your meme game, what you use, which app you're using to create the memes? Because if
Oh,
we can get more Bitcoiners
yeah.
to do the meme game, it will just we'll all have more fun. Can you just take it away and carry the show while I reset my note? Is that a request you can grant me?
Yes. Well, sure. Yes, I'll work on this. When it comes to memes, it wasn't something that I thought I was going to be natural at or good at. You work your way into it. What I found was everyone inside themselves has a way of expressing their opinions, and memes are the best way to do it. You have complex thoughts, complex emotions, and you have different ideas on how you can express them. When it comes to a good meme, there are some that are you can set up when it comes to a standard template. But then sometimes you get creative. You just think of an old movie, an old song that makes sense to you. It makes sense to you, and you translate that into a new opportunity. Oh, and I can't talk for hours. Oh, hang on. Just waiting. So let me look here. If you're interested in doing any type of work with memes, I would recommend a few of these. Hang on.
Publord.
I'm here. So I'm looking at the different meme. Yeah. One is called Meme Generator, and the other is called, let me look at the other. Hang on.
Hey, can one of you guys in the chat please tell me, did Publord carry the show? I know he did, but just
For so
confirm
long,
to
dude.
me. Sorry?
Not for too long, dude. I ran out of things to talk about. I mean, we're talking about like doing memes. I can show memes. Hang on.
Oh, so wait. You can show them, but I think only I can screen share.
That's
So in
okay.
that case, but
So Tom, yeah, meme.
let
Yeah,
me
go
get
ahead.
a chat letting me know if Publord carried this thing through my node resetting. Oh my God, we have 20 viewers live right now, which is a new record for our Toxic Happy Hour. So clearly, Publord carried the show better than when I do my rants, because we've never had that many live viewers, which means people are sticking around to what you're and wanting to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, you stuck me out on the end of an island there, didn't you?
I did. I just threw you out there all by yourself. But
Yeah.
Robert Vermillion saying that
Yeah.
you were meme-tastic.
Yeah.
On that note, to celebrate you
No.
in carrying
Yeah.
the show and your meme skills, I'm going to celebrate here and say cheers to you with a little Modelo Special. Cheers.
Nothing
Cheers to
better
you
than
guys
day
in the
drinking.
chat. Sorry?
Nothing better than day drinking, baby.
No, that's right. So as you know, I'm self-employed, so I have some work that I do for
Yeah.
my clients. No, listen, but it's not like it's not full time. But I have some like work that is important that I get done there. But
Yeah.
the good thing the thing that really is my passion, the thing that I love, is starting to also cover part of my paycheck with the success that luckily and thankfully I'm having on eToro, where as a copier you don't pay me anything for copying me. You get to benefit if things go well, but eToro
Oh.
pays me, so that's starting to add a little bit to the paycheck. And if imagine you get paid by working anything with Bitcoin, right? It's just
That's a dream, right?
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and a shout out from Greg Sash to you. Publord is a legendary meme lord. So are you, Greg. We're
Yeah.
looking forward. That's another announcement right there. Greg is
There.
coming on the show.
Yeah.
When is Greg coming on? We got to find a time where he's out of the
Ask
hamster
him,
wheel, I
man.
think.
I love Greg, man.
Yeah.
I love Greg. He and I are like brothers, man. We
Awesome.
go back and yeah, he's a good dude. Absolutely.
And
Need him on the show.
he is throwing out a lot of memes on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Greg,
Yeah.
why don't you copy paste your Twitter
Yeah.
handle or your Twitter URL in the chat? I'll throw it up on the screen.
You should, man, because it's not so much the quantity, which is amazing, but it's the quality as well. I mean, everything
Absolutely.
is fantastic. Yeah.
There is a question from William on Libra. It's, well, first of all, are we ever going to see it? Second of all, the best. I love your reaction.
No.
The best thing ever is really it's just another type of fiat, dirty fiat, being containing dirty fiat. So a basket with dirty fiat doesn't make it gold. It's just dirty fiat
What,
at the end of the day.
I'm trying to think of here. I heard yes, I was listening to, I think it was Daniel Prince today. A shout out to Princey, and he had a young kid on there, and he was right. He was talking about all the shit coins, or what is the value of something. When you're looking at when you're looking at value, how can you not see? How can you look at anything other than Bitcoin? Everything else is there's nothing to it.
Hmm.
There's nothing to it, and so I don't get it. So yeah, people can put their money against where they want to, but there's nothing.
Right. And you know what? This actually tastes really, really good because the last two nights in a row I've been partying quite heavily. I mean, come on, after all, it's been Sunday and Monday,
Yeah,
so there's always a reason to party, right?
yeah.
And there's nothing like one of these babies, ice cold, to just smooth out that hungover feeling. Um,
Oh, you know the U.S. phrase is the hair of the dog. Have you heard that?
sorry, come again?
So yeah, you're having the hair of the dog.
Right, and that means you're hungover, or
No, so the hair of the dog means I think back in Roman time, if you were bitten by a dog, okay, and the only way to cure it was you pulled a hair from that dog and you put it into the wound,
ah,
and they called it the hair of the dog. So in the U.S. now, when you meet your friends and they say, "Oh, if you're you had the hair of the dog," which means you drink another beer or two or three or Bloody Mary.
right.
The hair of the dog, baby.
That okay? From now on, I know
The hair.
that it was called the hair of the dog. The one thing that, not the one thing, but one of the things that has been, helping me out throughout
Yeah.
the decades, the hair of the dog.
Now you have
That
a name
one
for it.
one nice cold one just to take the edge of. By the way, so today I am wearing the training shirt because Bitcoin right now is on a training day for a new all-time high, baby.
Yeah, we're working that way. I think. That's just it. Look, the supply is gone, dude. The supply is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get not only Michael Saylor, now you have other corporations trying to buy in on the back end. Guess what? It's gone.
Absolutely. And yeah, it's it's just great to see it play out. This lack of supply, it's economics theory 101. That the price of something is a function of the supply and the demand. And when you cut
Oh,
supply,
yeah,
price will increase. It's only a matter of how much. Now, and the way the Bitcoin bull run works, this halving cycle, is there is always a human psychological effect, which is an overreaction. When something is going up, more people want it just because it's going up without even understanding that it's the best money the world has ever seen. We get that crazy reaction to the upside, which is why I'm personally expecting more than 200,000. That's like the minimum bar.
mm,
We might even go to 300,000 or more, but
yeah,
yeah, this is what we are seeing, the foundation
yeah,
for the 200 and let's say 50,000 US dollar Bitcoin. The foundation is being laid right now because the price action we're seeing, where we're taking steps up the stair. Right now, we don't see any downward action. Now, of course, it will come. 30% corrections happen 5 or 6 times during the last bull run after having until the all-time high at 20,000. So don't get weak hands when some news, which is irrelevant, scare people into creating a 30% correction. Don't have weak hands. Hang in there and know that that is just a bleep on the way. If it scares you, and if it scared you back in 2016, you would be selling all your Bitcoin just like Vinny Lingham below $800 at the very first 30% correction. Then he went on to create the dirt coin uh, Civic,
yeah.
which
So,
yeah, whatever.
so, so anyone that started like I did late 2017, you think we're selling when it gets to 20,000? No, man. This is our coming out party, baby. We're coming out and saying nothing. Call me at 100,000. Call me at 200,000.
Yeah.
because the people that are here now, that started in December 2017, they're the strongest holders of Bitcoin that I know. I respect them all, man. Love it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else we can do. We have weathered the storm, as it were.
Right.
I'm going. Listen, man. Yeah, 20,000 by end of year is nothing.
No, yeah, I thought that was too optimistic, too bullish, but as the price has been edging up lately, it honestly almost seems inevitable. Like we're talking about, this is less than a 50% rise from here. It's nothing.
Listen, like
That can happen in a matter of weeks, honestly.
days, man. I
Well, there you
wouldn't.
go.
Within a week, you could see $20,000 Bitcoin within a week easily.
Right.
There's no lie, man. I'm not trying to just use hyperbole, but
right.
My God, there's companies are seeing what happened, and it's so different between you and I. Oh, we just had someone new came in and bought $500 or $1,000 of Bitcoin. Oh, dude, Michael Saylor came in $425 million of Bitcoin, just off the top, and he told everybody, "What? Oh, my company is holding it for 100 years."
Right. Yeah. This ain't going back on the market, baby.
It's done, gone.
Done, gone. I just want to draw attention to
Yeah.
we got Greg Sash Twitter
Oh
handle
God,
on the
again.
screen. Yeah, no, I throw him on the screen so people can
Oh no, I love Greg
go
Tosh,
check
man.
out his. Huh?
No, I joke. I love Greg Tosh, man. He's the fucking meme master, man. He's the meme
Awesome.
master. Yeah, I
So,
love him.
guys, dear viewers, you want more memes? You want more great memes? That's Greg right there. Go follow him on
Yeah,
Twitter. That's his handle.
no doubt.
And we're
Yeah.
gonna have Greg on the show. So regarding announcements, when CK is here on Friday live noon Pacific Standard Time, we have a Bitcoin 2021 conference announcement. If you haven't bought your ticket yet, I may have oversold it, but if you haven't bought your ticket yet, honestly, personally, I will be there, and I would love to meet as many of the great Bitcoin taco plebes out there. Let's party summer 2021.
I heard that the Bit Block Boom was fantastic, by the way, in Dallas.
Right.
And
yeah, that's true.
And I forget who's the older gentleman that put that together, because he does a lot of Bitcoin stuff for boomers. Yeah, he doesn't have the date set yet, but that's another one to look forward to, because that's Bitcoin only, man. Bitcoin only. Love it.
Right. Yeah, that's how it's gotta be. Look, there's more and more Bitcoin only companies and organizations and conferences, and because people get smarter and smarter as time goes by.
They get it. Yeah.
And I just want to mention that there's 34 minutes to MicroStrategy Q3 live stream. It would be absolutely blasphemic of us if we continue this live stream when Michael Saylor goes live. He said he'd wait 1 hour, so he'd give us 2 hours to be toxic and happy hour.
No, man.
So we got to pay it back to him. You got to pay it back to him. We got to give him his Q3 live stream.
No, absolutely, man. Always gotta be respectful to the Chad, dude. The fucking Chad Saylor.
He's our Giga Chad. So what else is going on? What kind of news are you paying attention to, Publord? I think we covered anything we vaguely spoke about before we went live. What's left apart from number go up?
Well, number go up technology is fantastic, obviously. But none of the news. I got a friend that had put me in touch with a gold trader. This guy's quite good, actually. I'm impressed. He just trades in gold, but
Mhm.
man, he put out like 6 in a row of buy and sell at what time. I was impressed. But gold, he doesn't hold.
You were
He does.
impressed because it turned out to be right, like
He
his
was
six predictions in a row.
6 straight. Yeah, went to either short it or go long. I was impressed. Um, so I just sent him a text like, "That's good. Yeah, I mean, you had the expertise here, but I'm not smart. All I know is Bitcoin. Bam, we're up 42% on
Yeah.
a year. So for him,
Well,
yeah,
I
that's easy.
no
It's
look. We
easy
are
for him.
more than that. We entered the year at what 8,000, didn't we?
Yeah,
We're edging towards 100% up on the year,
yeah. But no,
actually.
no, he's a good dude. But
Oh, he's
for
up 42%.
no, we are
Right. So, but 50%
since
would put us at 12,000, and we are edging in on
I'm sorry, we're at
14,000.
1,000,000%.
It's
1,000,000%.
always dangerous. I learned that from Tone Base. I remember he was saying it. I'll never forget. You should never do mental math calculations live because
Yeah,
you'll always go wrong. It's just like that is the law of trying to mental gymnastics when you're live. That
yeah.
it has a habit of
I think Tone Vase learned that one well at a $1,000 Bitcoin. He was calling.
Come again?
No, Tone Vase. I believe he learned that lesson well when
Oh, no,
they
no, no.
had that
So we're not talking predictions. We're talking about
the mental math.
doing, for instance, a multiplication as you are live.
Yeah.
That can and often does go significantly wrong. All right, everyone. There's half an hour to Q3 live stream from MicroStrategy with Chad Saylor. So be prepared for that. Go put the coffee on. Hopefully the beer's already in the fridge, nice and cold, because they won't get cold in half an hour.
No, you put them in the
What?
freezer now. Put them in the freezer.
Right. I've let me just. So one of the tweets or memes you did today uh, was
Oh boy.
I like that one, and you know what? We're just gonna put that up. I'm just gonna find that on Twitter, and let's bring it up on the screen. Um, so you tweeted out, Plan B, as we all know, who's
Yeah, man.
um, uh, wait, can you see it
Yeah, I got it,
there?
man.
Yeah.
That's good.
So Plan B, who has his stock to flow model, talking about a $288,000 Bitcoin, locking onto Twitter today with price predictions looking more and more very realistic as we're edging higher. So he's locking on, and he's the pimp because Bitcoin Twitter's like, you got it, you got it, you're right. And I just love this particular meme, especially because of the color jacket, because Plan B is all about the colored dots as we're itching closer towards the next halving and basically leaving the previous halving behind. And we all know what happens as the color changes and the price moves up after the halving, and that's what we'll be enjoying the next approximately 1.5 years. So yeah, that was a good one. I like that one. There we go. The pimp
Yeah.
game.
So let me tell you something about Plan B, man. Never met him. Um, does I know he sometimes if I put something out, he'll put a like on it, whatever. But I will say that guy put out a model, and that's all it is, a model on his own.
Yeah,
I'm no one paid him for this. I think it's great. He puts out a model, and for now, how long's it been? 1 year, 2 year? Well, the model hasn't broken. He just put out an
yeah.
idea.
He
I
put
love
out
it.
his absolutely. Carry on.
Yeah. No, I was going to say he puts out a model that no one else had thought of before, but he puts it out there. I think it's fantastic. It's brilliant. whether it comes true or not, I don't know, because it's a model. Who knows? But it's fun. And I'll tell you what, man. Look, he's put so much into the Bitcoin community. I love it. Whether it's true or not, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this though.
he did.
It's fun. It's
Yeah,
fun.
absolutely. I mean, as you're saying, he did this work for free. He put it out
Yeah.
there. You can like it or not like it, but
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't sell the information, so you can't really
No.
claim that he overcharged. But as Ryan is telling you, Mr. Draycott, that tweet where you're showing what Plan B actually looks like, his pimp lifestyle, his pimp
Yeah.
jacket,
Yeah. Right.
his message to you from Ryan to you is don't dox Plan B, bro, because putting a picture of a Plan B up there, now we know he's actually a pimp and
Yep.
got a colored pimp jacket, which is obviously very plausible. You're part
Yep.
of doxing
Oh,
him, so
yes.
better not do that
And
in the future.
yeah, and he looks like Kramer from Seinfeld as well.
That too, it happens
Yeah.
to be Kramer.
Yep.
He tricked people into thinking he was young.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
not. He's in his 50s. He's actually
Yep.
a comedian and former member of the
True.
Seinfeld cast.
It's brilliant.
So once again, BTC Moon Guy is in the
Yeah.
house
Oh
and
yeah, man. BTC
telling us
Moon, what's up?
he's liking the show. We appreciate that. We're doing this. We're really doing this for everyone out there because we were having these conversations anyway for years, well, 1.5 years or whatever. And we
Yeah.
just thought, well, why don't we just share it and have some fun with people? We just want to, be toxic and have a happy hour. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, it's nice because usually when we had our conversations, 90% was to you. Now that we have the interjection of Twitter, yeah, I get a break and a chance to speak as well. So yeah, this is fantastic.
Absolutely. You with a little bit because we got some people participating, and it's not
Yeah.
just me rambling on
Yeah.
about $20 million Bitcoin. It's gonna
So hey, what do you think, man? Um, end of the month, do we hit 20,000 yet, or is that November?
uh, 20,000 is not going to happen in October.
Oh,
I will say this short term. I
yeah,
don't claim to be able to predict anything short term. I claim medium term and long term. That's my
yeah,
area of focus.
yeah,
20,000 seems unlikely for October, but where before I said it would be March, April next year, that is something I have departed from. It's going to happen a lot sooner than March, the way things are going right now. Although
yeah,
the market does tend to have this thing of um, always doing what we don't expect, just to mess it up for the weekends. Put people into panic, have them panic sell, so some strong hands can come in, like Giga Chat Sailor, and pick up those cheap sats.
Hey, so
That's how the market works.
so how about this one? You remember Giga Chad comes in, not only the first buy was fantastic, but how surprising was the second one to you when he came in and said, "We bought more." Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Because
That
he
was
went,
pretty. That was
that's,
balls to the wall. Imagine you make an announcement. I bought $250 million worth of Bitcoin, and
yep,
then what? 2-3 weeks later, oh, we had some money left over, so we bought another $175 million worth of Bitcoin,
yeah,
bringing the total to 425.
yeah,
Which is now what, 550 or something, 500
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Um, So instead of, he's not only preserving value, he's increasing value on the balance sheet by allocating to the right asset, the one solid
yeah.
appreciating asset. That's it.
Okay, well,
Right
that's
there,
not it.
right then and there.
but that's not it. So here's the real question: if you were surprised at him going from that first purchase to the second, I'm waiting for the third. I'm waiting for the third one, dude. I'm waiting for in November. Oh, by the way, I just bought another $100 million worth of Bitcoin. That dude will not stop.
He's not. He's dollar cost
He,
averaging.
he will not stop, man.
Like he
He will
invented
not.
the game.
He knows the value of Bitcoin.
Right.
So if you were surprised the first time, get ready for the next time, because I
Yeah.
think he's got stuff in place to buy more. Think
You
about
know,
that, man.
the announcement that I'm waiting from from MicroStrategy, I think we'll hear it either this Q3 or maybe Q4,
Yeah.
being I guess streamed end of January. Is that MicroStrategy has cut free coffee, free sodas, free lunch, and putting all of those dollars into Bitcoin. That's the announcement that I'm waiting for.
Hey, if I'm working for that company and being paid in Bitcoin, what I care? Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Think of it. Listen, he gets to walk into the board meeting. Look, I made 20% on a cash investment. I'm
Right.
making more money for you by going to Bitcoin. It's
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous.
Absolutely.
So
Oh,
what? Yeah. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do then? If I'm him, I'm like, if I'm that company, fuck it. I'm all in, baby. Let's go.
here is another show that I cannot post on eToro.
Yeah.
For the
Oh.
language that we use. No. Buddy,
Yeah.
it's okay. First and foremost, I want this show to be, we're having fun. And we are. And that's really the primary goal here. And as long as you achieve your primary goal, that's the main thing. I do have a link up from my YouTube channel anyway. And I've seen several of the good people from that's following me on eToro copying be here in the chat and hanging out with us. So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Apologies for getting passionate and swearing.
No, never apologize for being passionate. That's what life is all about.
That's
You
right.
gotta love
Hey,
something, and then you gotta do what you love.
yeah, that's right, motherfucker. Now it really can't go on your show.
That is that. Now we're getting to the level where this channel is like it's going to be up for review, whether it's going to be banned or not.
Oh, come
Definitely.
on. Where? Banned from where? YouTube? What
Yeah,
are we on?
that's the only place we're doing this. We're doing this in YouTube, man. In case you didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, so
Oh,
guys, I just want to, on behalf of Publord, apologize for not participating in the chat because he's doing this from a mobile phone, so he can't see what you guys are saying.
no, yeah. But
Right?
you can tell me what's going on, man.
Yeah, well, I am.
So listen, man, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to buy some more sats today because I still gotta buy. I'm still buying under when I started.
Listen, you got 19 minutes until MicroStrategy's Q3 live stream. If you wanna stack sats today, you better do it while we are on this show right now.
Hey, there, is
Hey
there
man,
is
stack sats right now.
no? I already
Right
did
now.
earlier.
Sorry?
I did earlier. I already stacked some.
There
Yeah,
you
of
go.
course.
Always prepared.
So
Always professional.
is there anything more than Michael Chad Saylor than to come out to announce how much more Bitcoin he bought during this meeting?
Dude, they spend all their money on Bitcoin already. He can't. How can he buy anymore? They threw everything. He went all in, man. No, listen. This is the announcement that I'm really looking forward to. That
What's that?
MicroStrategy and goes out and say, we took up $200 million worth of a corporate bond, and we threw that dollar for dollar into Bitcoin. That would be Chad.
Yep, dude. Absolutely. He goes. I just got. He just redid he did a refinance on his house, it took this many million. So he's all in, dude. It's brilliant.
Wait. This just in. Michael Saylor sold his house and
Yep.
threw it all into Bitcoin, dollar for dollar. Breaking
Yeah.
news right here on the show, and let's pound that like button for Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister, who invented the, as far as I'm
Yeah.
aware,
Yeah.
the
You got it.
pound
Yeah.
that like button shout out on his
Yeah.
shows.
You got. You got
Great
it.
guy, great show, really nice guy, smart, intelligent. He's doing
Hey,
wonderful content on Bitcoin that
I'll,
both of us have been following from the beginning. He was here.
I'll give Adam the proper shout out because that's one how we met was your guest on the show. Um, but listen, man, he's been the real deal for years. I'll tell you what. No
Yeah,
fancy sets or graphics. Like, well, look behind my shoulder here. Nothing fancy, but he always told the truth about Bitcoin. All right, he always told people don't mess with altcoins. So yeah, I love him, man. That's a
yeah.
good dude.
Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. 2020 halving. I remember hearing that since 17.
Yeah.
2020 halving. That was that magical number or year coming up where things will change. I'll experience my first halving. Is the 2020 halving, and um, yeah,
So yeah,
that's big.
so here we are, man. And I look back over what I would call if there's a great scene in Titanic with the old lady that says it's been 84 years. Like how she this is time frame in Bitcoin. You know, everything seems so long. Yes, I've been here 3 years. It feels like I've been here for 40 years, dude. 40 years just waiting and waiting. But
Right, right.
I know it'll happen.
You know what? I just want to thank 20 live viewers for being here. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
why? Because the last half hour, we're just trading water and shooting the shit here, talking Bitcoin without any like
No, because
major stuff going on. But we're just hanging out. This is because it's a happy hour.
it's
People
true.
are
It's
having
truth,
fun
man.
in the chat. People are having fun in the chat. We're having fun. And
Always having fun, man. Yeah,
sorry?
dude, we're always having fun. We don't we
Yeah, we
don't
are.
bullshit each other. We look. People can smell bullshit a mile away. I've learned that early on. People smell bullshit.
Yep.
Look,
Yep.
no bullshit here. If there was, they leave. Look, you and I, when we talk, we're telling the truth. We tell
Right.
the
We're
truth.
spitting truth. And it just reminds me how the kind of friendships you find in Bitcoin, like you've really become a true friend. Um,
Yeah,
and you just have a connection with Bitcoin buddies
yeah,
that are different than people believing that fiat currency and central banking is great. Like there's just like a fundamental thing there that is so powerful, that we have in common. So last night I was hanging out with another really good Bitcoin buddy of mine here at home, and that was fun. It's always good to hang out with some strong hands, some Bitcoiners who believes in the $20 million Bitcoin. It was pretty funny actually because early on the evening I was telling him about, yeah, we're gonna hit 20 million later this decade, and he's like, you gotta explain me that. But we were just like, non-stop Bitcoin talking like it is when Bitcoiners get together, like
oh,
when we're talking, right? So and he kept reminding me, oh, you got to explain how we'll get to the 20 million. We actually ended up just talking Bitcoin the entire evening, having fun, and I never got to explain the $20 million price target that I have, but we'll get there. I mean, it's just how it is.
wait,
um
you're doing bullish now. Did you say 20 million?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
today's buying power, in
yeah,
practice
yeah,
will
yes,
be
yes, yes.
infinity. It will be
That,
infinity.
yes.
But
You
uh
know what? That is, you're absolutely right. and not to cut you off, but you're right. It's not the dollar amount; it's the buying power amount. And yeah, So when do you think that? When does that transition happen? When does
Well,
it happen? Where
2026, but I mean, I think I talk about that on almost every single toxic happy hour. I don't want to bore people with a repetition, but $20 million buying power per Bitcoin in the year 2026. And I'll do a repeat of the explanation on the next happy hour. So tomorrow we're going to be
yeah,
chilling and popping some crystal after the MicroStrategy Q3 live stream. And then we're back Thursday with American HODL at noon PST, Pacific Standard Time. And on Friday, same time, with CK Snark's major Bitcoin 2021 announcement, in case you didn't buy your ticket yet.
So what a fantastic way to leave. Hey, so we'll give everyone 10 minutes to get into MicroStrategy.
Yeah, we should definitely just call it a toxic happy hour by now. So we're not preventing anyone. You know what would be fun? We'll just continue and watch this go to 0 live views and have just our confidential deep Bitcoin talk all alone. Although of course it would be there on YouTube for other people to watch.
No, I would say, hey man, live stream the show from them if you want.
No, I'm kidding. We gotta call it a happy hour real soon. Because we've been on for quite a while now, and we want to leave people a chance to go find a cold one or a cup of coffee. And on that note,
you got it, brother.
Publord.beast, as I have renamed you, if not Puppy, renamed by Greg Zosh. Then do you have any final words? Let's hear your timing for new all-time high $20,000 Bitcoin and why it will be at that time. Let's that be the final note plus anything else you want to add.
Oh, sure. You know what I want to add? Listen, buy some more Bitcoin because right now it's on sale. Buy more Bitcoin, hold on to it. Guess what? You'll be happy. Your future self will be happier.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's nowhere else to go. You've got an asset class that loses the amount of in circulation. You see, that is stuck with corporations now trying to buy it. Buy Bitcoin now, and you'll be happy. Done.
Absolutely. That is truth spit right there. It's a mic drop from Publord.hodl. And people are asking in the chat a link to the MicroStrategy earnings call. Just search for Michael Saylor on Twitter. You should already be following him. You got to follow the Giga Chat Saylor. And he's got the link right there. Scroll down a little bit. You see the orange graphics. You'll find the link to the announcement. In the meantime, because I'm playing a game of absolute minimum dirty fiat, lying around because I don't like to hold ice cubes in the desert for very long, I got to deposit this baby. We got,
and it's like the one things. Did you see what I put in the chat? Not to go offline too much. With
did you put anything in the chat? Did you put anything in the chat?
No, I'm on the phone, man. No, I'm talking about
in our chat.
Yeah, no, the Bitcoin and football chat.
Right.
Lucky and Kevin playing for the Rowdies, watching everything melt as they're waiting for their playoff check.
Yeah. So they're getting a playoff check, you're saying, as a bonus, and they're just annoyed with the Bitcoin price going up. So they get less. They'll get less sad.
Look at what I put in there, dude. It's you'll like it. It's good. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get out of here, man.
On that
All right.
note, on
Yep.
that note,
On that
keep
note,
stacking sats and do not hold more value in fiat currency than you can afford to lose. It's a
buy it.
built-in policy. They are taking all of your savings. It's gonna be gone. Be a chat, be a giga chat like Michael Saylor, and make sure that you hold an asset that appreciates in value instead of depreciates. Pablo, thank you very much for
Fantastic.
hanging out today. It's always good to see you. Have a great one wherever you are in
Yeah.
your and wherever you travel to in your non-public jet. And
You got it.
have a good one,
Hey,
man. See you all,
hey,
guys.
man.
Thanks for hanging
Sounds
out in
good.
the chat, guys. We're happy that you guys are hanging around.
Yeah, thanks, man. We love anyone that follows us, man. I love. Beautiful.
Absolutely. See you on the next one, which is Thursday, American HODL, noon Pacific Standard Time. Catch you then.